Hello, everyone. Gary Mazeroff, Laura McCormick. Laura will take over the main duties here momentarily. This is the fourth of 7 matches to stream today. You just saw Bobby Horn go down 2 straight to local favorite Andres Acuna. Samuel Murray, serving, representing Canada, lives in Montreal area, serving to Javier Mar from Chihuahua in Mexico. Score is 0-0. Our head ref, Alexander Piri from Costa Rica. Linesperson on the right-hand side, Sergio Acuna. His brother just won the other match. He's obviously from San Jose. And Germán Copolecchia from Buenos Aires in Argentina. 1-0, Mar serving. This is the 30th edition of the Pan American Racquetball Championships at Club Indoor. Great kick, great kick, great kick. Oh my.
Wow.
Athleticism, Laura.
Absolutely. I love watching this kind of intensity from players. They're representing their home countries, and they're playing in front of a big racquetball crowd.
Standing room only here in the Cancha Principal, the main court. This Club Indoor held this event twice previously, the first time in 1989. Second serve, Murray serving 1-0 to Mar. Excuse me, 0-1. Dead ball hinder called by Piri. First serve. In IRF, there are now 2 serves. For many, many years, the open class had 1. 2 serves for each player. 2 timeouts per game. 2-minute break after each game. And with linespersons, 3 available appeals per game. As Murray serves down the right, ace serve, 1-1. Welcome our producer back, Pablo Farre, who was coaching Carla from Chile earlier, who went down 2-0 to Gabriela Martinez. That was their first match today. Welcome back, Laura.
Thank you, Gary. Nice to be here at the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship at San Jose Indoor Club. All tied up, 1-1, Javier Mar serving. And a point for Mar.
Laura, Mar has a well-rounded game. He's very tough to beat. Very tough to beat. Similar game styles, Murray and Mar.
Yeah, one thing I have to observe is that both of these players a little bit on the larger side in terms of racquetball. They're both taller, they're both a little broader, so it's interesting to see these two matched up against each other.
Both players are vying for a trip to the semis tomorrow, and we will have all of those broadcast here at Club Indoor.
Tied up again, 2-2. Samuel Murray serving.
Well, we have a break here quickly. Want to offer thanks to Penn, the official ball, Pro Pen of the IRF, and eForce.
You want to
win or
what? Oh, there's a point, an ace serve from Samuel Murray. It's going to make it 3-2 in game 1.
Ball cracked deep court. And had the wherewithal to get to it. Mar coming back to serve. Head coach for Canada is Michel Gagnon, and for Mexico, Fabian Faria.
Nice shot from Murray. Looks like both Murray and Mar have a similar playing style. Both pretty calm and pretty powerful players. Murray serving 3-2.
Very reserved.
Right.
They let their actions speak for themselves, I should say, and not as animated as some of the previous players we've seen.
Another ace serve for Samuel Murray makes it 4-2.
Murray, one of the many Quebecois players on the Canadian team.
Oh, nice get from Murray. Sets up Mar, and Mar puts it away for a side out. 2 serving 4. Very smooth from Murray. Switches it up, but off speed.
Yeah. Ball kissed off the back wall further than he had originally anticipated. He took that extra step and placed it into the left corner for a winner.
4 serving 2. Oh, what a get from Murray. Makes it worth it.
Murray gave a different twist on that serve. Hit it across his body with a jam, came around. Mar wasn't able to end the rally on it. And then after a couple of backhand rips, Murray puts it away in the right corner. Great play. Each player, again, gets 2 timeouts and an infinite number of towel timeouts. We try to keep those at to a minimum. Yet the moisture comes in. It's raining outside, and the walls and the floor can get muggy. Mojado. Wet. All of the above, Laura.
5 serving 2. Oh, and a big skip from Mar. He looks back at his coaches.
Notice where Mar had to strike that return from. Deep corner, just right next to the back wall. I want to acknowledge our statistician to my right, Mr. Smith.
Short serve. Do play a 2-serve rule and the IRF. You can find a full set of rules at internationalracquetball.com. Well, it was a nice looking effort, but that ball just didn't make the front wall, and there's a timeout called. Probably a good timeout. These guys are working pretty hard out there. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break with a quick commercial, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship. This is game one of the men's quarterfinals. We have Samuel Murray from Canada and Javier Mar from Mexico. Murray currently leading 6-2. And players stepping back out on the court. This is the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship, hosted in San Jose, Costa Rica, by the Pan American Racquetball Confederation and the Costa Rican Racquetball Federation. I'm Laura McCormick, and Gary Mazeroff is here on the mic with me, who also serves as tournament director. So thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Laura. Thanks for the invite.
And a skip from Mar.
You know, oftentimes, Laura, in fact, unscientifically, about 70+% of the time when the receiver calls timeout, they come back and earn the rally. Not in this case with Mar. He looks a little lethargic.
Oh, that ball makes it. Wow. Great reaction from Murray and an excellent effort from Mar. But didn't quite make it. There's another point for Samuel Murray. 7 serves 2. Yeah, it's interesting. The energy on the court is really kind of lethargic, to use your word right now. And I'm sure it's a combination of trying to control the tempo, the players' playing style, and like you said, it's pretty muggy and rainy outside. What are your thoughts, Gary?
Well, in addition, we just had a fantastic match where Andres Acuna, the local hero, took 2 straight off of Bobby Horn, very close. And the energy level of that match on a 1-10 was a 13.
Right.
So this is, it may take time for this match to catch up, if it ever does. Right now, it's probably a 3 or a 4. Crowd needs to get into it. Mar needs to get into it. And maybe that point will help.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent point. Costa Rica has made a great showing here at the San Jose Indoor Club. They cheering on their homeboy, Andres Acuna, who now you can watch in the semifinals tomorrow. We'll be live streaming those as well at internationalracquetball.com. 2 serving 7.
Different twist on that serve. Goes with a high lob and pays a dividend. See if he goes back to it.
Point for Mar. It'll be 3-7.
Ball nicked that time.
Wow. That was a great example of the ball coming right back to Mar every time in the middle. He didn't have to move, and he kept Murray running around from corner to corner, and he won that rally.
He had Murray on the yo-yo string, and he wants to do more of that, so it's 4-7. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Big skip from Murray.
Timeout. Good timeout by Canada, Laura.
I think so. He was losing some of the rhythm out there, so he goes ahead to take a quick break. Mar stays on the court. I think he wants to keep some of that energy going.
Yeah.
And it's a good opportunity for us to thank our sponsors and for those fans that are watching at home. We couldn't do it without you. And we also couldn't do it without the support of the Olympic Channel, of iCoder, Focora Federation, Costarricense de Racquetball, San Jose Indoor Club, our host for this event, the Costa Rica National Olympic Federation, INS, Instituto Nacional de Seguros, Tortiricas, Hyatt Place San Jose, which has been the host hotel for this event, Pasto Roma, CCDRC, of course, E-Force, and Pro Pen. The green pen ball is the official ball of the IRF.
Laura, I've been here 5 times, and by far the Hyatt Place Hotel is the best. Accessibility, cleanliness, service, food, everything. Put the whole package together.
Yeah.
We're very, very fortunate.
Thank you to Hyatt Place.
Dos botes, 2 bounces.
Well, now, Gary, like you said, normally the person who calls that timeout statistically They get what they want, which is a side out, and in this case, it works for Samuel Murray.
Correct.
Wow.
Sidewall, front wall, sidewall kiss into the front wall, roll it out.
Well, one interesting thing about this event, for those of you just tuning in, is it is spread over 8 days. And it started off with a round robin. Starting yesterday, we went into the playoff draw, and now we're here in the quarterfinals to find out who will continue on and continue fighting to bring gold home to their country.
5 o'clock, the last matches today, Laura. 4 quarterfinal doubles between quality teams pitted against each other. Incredible.
For those of you that want to see the live results, you can go to internationalracquetball.com and click on events. And there's a link there with the live results. You can see all of what's happening here at San Jose Indoor Club. There are 6 courts and lots of racquetball.
So Murray went with the jam again. Marr cut it off, and unforced error by Murray. He had the opportunity to put it away.
5 serving 9.
Another unforced error by Marr. He's going to have to elevate a little bit.
9 serving 5.
See if Murray can continue with the momentum he's developed here, Laura.
Murray keeps it alive. Oh, and a big skip from Marr. That's unexpected. And I think he definitely needs that timeout he's calling. He has to regain his focus. Looks like we're going to take a quick break as well and regain our focus here at the San Jose Indoor Club. Don't go anywhere. There's more of the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship. We're back at the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship in San Jose, Costa Rica. Javier Marr calling that timeout as he put a big skip into the floor, and Samuel Murray from Canada is leading 10-5. Second serve for Murray.
Oh my. That's impressive. I mean, that's part of his arsenal.
Right.
Yeah, very impressive. Folks, if you think that's easy, try it.
I was going to say, he does make it look easy. Oh.
Probably should be a hinder.
They're going to keep playing, though. The ref didn't call it.
There will be an appeal here.
I'm sure. But I have to give them both kudos. They did the right thing. They kept playing. Marr being a good sport, saying, yeah, let's do a replay. You're going to have to wipe down the court because it's pretty hot out there. Now, Gary, if we take a look back, particularly at last year, where Mexico swept gold for the first time in the championship, can you talk a little bit about that? Like, what kind of pressure is there on Mexico? What kind of pressure is there on the Costa Ricans to come back and take the gold back or spread it around a little bit?
I don't think there's any pressure on Costa Rica any longer now that Acuna has gotten to the medal round. I mean, everything else is gravy. And their doubles team will be playing tonight against Bolivia. That should be a Starship doubles match and will be streamed right here. As far as Mexico goes, it's very difficult to repeat in any sport. And one would have to put the U.S. up there in the top tier to get the championship, team championship as well. Rhonda has earned a way to the semis. They're likely to win today, the women's doubles team. U.S. is going to have a test in men's doubles. Horn just lost. And Charlie Pratt, I believe, is yet to play his match.
He is. That's a good segue for me, Gary. Coming up after this, we have Carlos Keller from Bolivia and Charlie Pratt from USA. We'll see if USA can stay in there going for the gold.
And as they say in Germany, wunderbar.
Oh, excellent down the line execution from Samuel Murray for another point. It's 11-5. This is game one, and I feel like these two have to battle for every single point.
I'm in agreement with you. We mentioned earlier the similarity of their game styles. Is this a surprise? Slight surprise from me. I would figure it would have been turned around. What a great serve.
Another point for Murray. 12-5. Yeah, we've seen some great serving from Murray. That was his third ace.
If Murray does close this out, Laura, we'll see what adjustments Team Mexico and their coaching staff make. Yeah, the ball skipped. So he's appealing to Samuel that the ball was legal, and there will be an appeal.
Probably good.
Call stands. One linesperson agreed, one disagreed. Point scored, and one of the three appeals is lost.
Probably smart of him to use it at, he's down right now, and he hasn't used up any of his appeals, so might as well go for it. 13 serving 5, Samuel Murray from Canada leads. So I think he's actually pointing to the cable that's up on the front, but it's interesting that that wouldn't work to his favor because the cable would be on the floor.
Yeah.
That would have been a skip.
Oh, nice.
Wow, another ace serve from Samuel Murray, his fourth of game one alone, and that puts him now at his first game point. It's 14-5.
See if he comes down the right side again. Yep.
Oh, Murray gets it. Wow, he gets that one too.
Oh my.
Oh,
What a great shot.
that was
Mar
an
is showing
rally.
his little more animation, huh? Because he thought that ball was down earlier. That wasn't called 2 bounces on Murray. And
Yeah, and he kept
proceeds,
playing,
excuse me, he
but-
proceeds to hit a 37-foot splat rollout.
It was funny because he kept playing a little half-heartedly, but Murray kept going too, and then it ended up with an incredible shot from Mar, and he steps back into the service box.
That was a statement by Mar. Just tell the ref, hey, you blew it. That's okay. I won the rally. So here, folks, we have another official timeout for a towel.
It'll be 5:14 when they resume serving. Coming up next, we have Carlos Keller from Bolivia against Charlie Pratt in the USA. That'll wrap up our men's singles quarterfinals for the day, but don't go anywhere because we have doubles this afternoon. We have the women's doubles team, Team Bolivia versus Team USA, and then we'll round it out with Team Costa Rica and Team Bolivia for the men's doubles. 5 serving 14.
So Mar goes right side, hits it short, coming back with a backhand serve, goes with the Z.
Side out for Samuel Murray, no points earned for Mar.
Notice, folks, how deliberate Murray was. Established his base, elevated his racket, forced Mar to move back 3 feet, and then proceeded to pinch the ball left side. Nice shot by Mar, so he staves off game point for the second time.
5 serving 14. Oh, Mar gets to it.
Great, great court presence. Murray calls a timeout.
Yeah, it's pretty tough. These guys have some tough rallies, and Mar keeps Samuel Murray moving around the court, which he does very well, picking up a lot of balls. And I'm sure Murray needs to catch his breath a little bit. We're going to take a quick break as well, but we'll be back with more from San Jose Indoor Club. Back at the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship, I'm Laura McCormick, and Gary Mazeroff is joining me as my analyst on the broadcast. Thank you, Gary.
My pleasure, Laura. Thank you. You're seeing Samuel Murray is thus far controlling his counterpart Javier Mar. We indicated a number of times earlier that these players have very similar game styles. It just happens to be Samuel's moment. Let's see if it changes. This is the third opportunity for game in game one.
I think it was a good timeout for Samuel Murray, too. He had it, he could use it, he could catch his breath, and now he'll serve for the game. Oh.
Snap splat winner with the backhand after Mar had wrapped the ball around and put him in deep court. That's impressive, Laura.
That's going to wrap up game one, 15-5. We'll be back in just a few minutes with game two of the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship. This is Samuel Murray, who won game one, 15-5, serving against Javier Mar from Mexico. Oh, and he nails him. I'm Laura McCormick, and Gary Mazeroff is joining me on the mic for this quarterfinal.
This is a treat, Laura. And we're going to have more treats later on, tomorrow as well as Saturday. I want to wish all of our friends around the world happy Easter and a happy Passover, good Pesach, and Buenas Pascuas.
Great wraparound return from Javier Mar for a side out.
Pascuas. Good Pascuas.
Oh, nice hands from Mar. Again.
Oh,
wow.
my.
Great defense from Javier Mar. But again, he hits that ball right back into the center where Murray was able to reach it, but he couldn't do anything with it.
Yeah, we'll use the abused statement, it's not over till it's over.
Right. 1-0 Mar. New start for Javier Mar in game two.
Well, I went downstairs and listened into the Mexican conference, and they said, get a 2-0 lead. And if you can get more than two, it's gravy.
Yeah, I think they definitely want to keep the pressure on Canada right now. And it looks like Mar is executing that plan very well. It's 3-0 in game two. Oh.
So what Mar has done with the help of his coaching staff, he's deviated from what he did in game one. He's going with some soft serves, and Samuel's overhitting.
That puts him in the lead, 4-0.
In game one, he would not have gone to the ceiling. 3 in a row.
Oh, big skip. That hurts a little bit. It's like he was abusing that overhand a little bit.
Yeah. Our producer, Pablo, thinks Mar's a little off. Laura and I called it a little bit of being lethargic in game one.
But he starts off game 2 a lot stronger,
Correct.
but maybe not as aggressive as we've seen him in the past. Although I think for Mar, one thing that maybe we could say he's testing out is that he doesn't really have to answer Samuel Murray back with power and power and power, because Murray gets to a lot of balls. He's a scrappy player. So I think he's going for a little bit of a different strategy.
Oh, great
Wow.
shot. Great shot.
That was nice.
Left side pinch. Didn't move his feet. Reaches for it. Sobre pique.
He's got to dig himself out now. Murray is down 0-4 in game 2. Wow, Mar stuck with that serve.
That was a great serve.
That was.
Mar's fortunate to get back in. That was a great serve.
I like how calm Mar is right now in game 2. He has a lot of patience to follow that ball around. Side out for Murray.
I agree with the producer here, Pablo, that Mar appears to be under the weather.
Well, as we mentioned, this tournament takes place over 8 days, so it is a bit of a longer event. Started last Friday with the round robin. And just yesterday started with the playoff divisions that we're watching right now, which is now single elimination. Both players really fighting for power right there in the middle of the court. There's a point for Murray, 1-4.
Unfortunately for the fans, the ambiance has shifted back down. Less energy. Let's see if both players can bring it up. If they can't, Laura, you and I will. All right?
Yeah, we're going to cheer him on. Lead the crowd.
Good get by Murray.
Oh, great down the line from Mar. Looks like that ball went straight into our camera.
He was going up to cut it off.
Oh, it skipped. It looked pretty good for a minute.
Presentation points, we'll give him a 9-5.
Sure.
Execution points, you fill in the blank.
Murray back in the box now, a little bit of a smile, and he looks back at the coaching staff, Team Canada.
Both players overruled the call. The call was no call. That means it was a legal serve, but both players were contrary to that, so it's second serve. Weak return. Rally ending left side pinch by Murray. 2-4, second game, trying to close it out, and a trip to the semifinals tomorrow.
Broken ball.
Okay,
So
let's
they're
see the
gonna
ruling
swap
here.
out that ball.
Let's see the ruling.
Does the referee have to check it?
The only way to legally check it is with the hand. So if either player hits the ball, they would not revert back to the previous point. Well, in this case, they did. So in the opinion of the official, Piri, the ball was broke.
So the score went back to 1-4 for those of you watching.
Goes right side that time. Trying to re-energize himself, Laura.
Yeah, he switched up his serve to that drive serve. Didn't cut it though. pick up from Murray. Great play from Mar. Gives him a point. Mar leads 5-1.
A lot of dynamics on that rally.
Murray calling a timeout. That'll be his first of this game. We'll be right back with more of the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship men's quarterfinals.
Picked up that energy level, Laura, that we referred to earlier.
That's right.
The key here for Murray, in my opinion, is to hang around and bit by bit get back into the game.
Nice get from Mar, really stretching out.
Oh, my. Shots like that aren't going to help him, Laura.
I wonder what changed for Samuel Murray. What do you think he needs to do? I mean, you just said he needs to focus one at a time, right?
Execute, absolutely.
6 serving 1. Nice soft off-speed shot from Murray. Gets him a side out.
Why don't you be able to see, for example, earlier, game 1 when he was deep court and he was hitting the ball above his head, he'd rip an overhead, low zone. But more often than not in this game, he was going back to the ceiling. I'm confident he has his reasons.
Nice reaction for Murray and a point. It's going to make it 2-6.
The closer he can get to Javier, the more pressure is going to be on Javier. Murray has a game to work with. Let's recognize Alexander Piri, his first international tournament as official. And Kopelekia.
Oh, nice hands again from Murray.
Sergio Acuna, lines purses.
Puts Murray in a good position now, 3-6. Oh. They're going to replay that. It is interesting to see the power struggle between Mar and Murray as they both really try to use their bodies to control that presence on the court.
And as we said earlier, they let their actions speak. Neither of them are very animated.
Right.
That's an avoidable hinder. That would be a point.
They're going to replay it.
It's not the right call, but we're not the ref.
You can't be everywhere, Gary.
So it was overruled. It will be a point.
I'm sure Mar was going to appeal that.
It will not be, there will not be an appeal assessed.
So it's 4-6 now in game 2. Samuel Murray seems to have regained his focus, and he's chipping away 1 point at a time. He's scored 3 in a row right now to get here. From deep in the court, Mar makes it look kind of easy. He has a big swing. Gets the side out.
Great shot by Mar.
Got to go down the line on that one. He has Murray up in the top of the court. That's what I think has worked for Mar, is really making Murray move back and forth. You got to tire him out at this point, right? Especially so he has no gas going into the breaker.
Absolutely. Timeout. Laura, before we break, I'd like to recognize the racquetball community of Costa Rica. They've been very strong for years. Mr. Victor Flores up top on right, 86-year-old. I had the luxury of playing him the other day. What a wonderful gentleman.
That's right. I saw you out there on the courts, Gary. And I have to say, this is my first time in Costa Rica. This is my second ever Pan American Racquetball Championship. And it's one of my favorite events because it's so different to see the countries travel together and to get to go to different locations and really see, like you said, what the local organizations and the local fans are like. We saw Costa Rica in this stadium-style court here at San Jose Indoor Club, and they were just going wild for Andres Acuna, who defeated David Horn of the USA in our previous quarterfinal.
And what did they say after he won? Tico, 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 pura vida.
I haven't gotten that advanced in my Spanish lesson yet, Gary, but I do appreciate you filling me in. It's just been a wonderful experience here, though, in Costa Rica. Everyone has been so nice, and the Costa Rica Racquetball Federation has really stepped up to host this event, so we thank them.
Let's tune into the subtleties here. Timeout by Murray. Let's see if there are any changes. It's tough to tell on that one because Mar executed that serve so well.
Mar earns a point. It's 9-4, game 2.
Momentum has shifted.
Yeah, that's 2 quick points in a row. I feel like Murray doesn't really know what to do. He's looking again off to his coaches there in the stands. Good reach from Murray.
See ya.
I think the referee called a replay.
Well, once again, it should be overruled. Overturned, I should say.
They're going to come out and wipe down the court.
Let's see if Murray's okay.
Yeah, he looks like he's stuck. I mean, he has been throwing his body around the court all match. Mar really making him move. Referee coming out now to check on Murray, who I think did the right thing, because if he's looking for an injury timeout, then he has to be proven that he hurt himself. Is that correct, Gary?
Well, it has to be contact, and he did have contact with the floor.
Okay.
And we should see their trainer, Bob Hong, come out soon. It appears that Bob's on another court.
Bob is the trainer, the trainer for Team Canada. And as I mentioned before, there are 6 courts here, and there is lots of racquetball happening across all 6 courts, so Bob is on another court. I'm not sure, though, would this be an injury timeout, or is he just collecting himself or waiting for the verdict?
It's in the hands of the head official, Piri. So the rule is an injury timeout must have the equation or the inclusion of contact, whether it be with the floor, the ball, the wall, another player, the racket. Cannot be a pre-existing injury. It has to be agreed upon by the head official.
And it looks like
It wouldn't, excuse me, it wouldn't hurt to have a trainer look at it and give his or her opinion as well.
it looks like the head official went off to go find exactly what he should do in this situation, as you said. It is important for both players to stay on the court since no timeout or ruling has been made.
It's a referee timeout. And you're right, both players should stay on the court. Now, Murray can use his available 1-minute timeouts in addition to the injury timeout.
Well, it is a good opportunity to talk about the matches that are coming up next. Coming up after this, we have one more men's singles quarterfinal. Carlos Keller from Bolivia versus Charlie Pratt from USA. Then after that, we'll go into the doubles, where we'll have Team Bolivia and Team USA taking on each other to go to the semifinals, and then the men's doubles quarterfinals.
So
Costa
there's
Rica
Bob
and
Hong,
Bolivia.
Laura. He's now in the stands observing. Floor manager Gustavo Farel is joining Alexander Piri.
Yep, we have the referees consulting with Murray. Looks like it is going to be an injury timeout. So Gary, now that it is an injury timeout, what are the rules with an injury timeout? How much time do the players have?
Collectively, 15 minutes in that match. Once the 15-minute demarcation point happens, the player must return to the court. Again, they can take their allotted 1-minute timeouts. They get 2. So let's see. Murray has not used either of those times. Well, he's used 2 of them. So he doesn't have any more timeouts. He gets the 15-minute injury timeout allotment.
And Murray right now is down in the match. It's 4-11 over against Javier Mar from Mexico. I think we're going to go ahead and take a quick break as well as we determine how long this injury timeout will last. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with more of our quarterfinals.
Welcome back, folks. Gary Mazroff, Laura McCormick. We're here at the Cancha Principal, the main court, the stadium court at the San Jose Indoor Club. You're watching Javier Mar playing Samuel Murray, Mar from Mexico, Murray from Canada. So the previous point ended with Murray on the floor, and then he asked the referee for an injury timeout. One of the criteria for injury timeouts is there has to be contact, no pre-existing situation. And there was contact, and Team Mexico elected to appeal that call. The result of the appeal was the linesperson on the right-hand side, Acuna, agreed with the referee, and the linesperson on the left-hand side, Coppolecchia, disagreed. So the call stands. There is an injury timeout, and Murray is entitled to up to 15 minutes. He has exhausted his 2 available timeouts for this game. Little anecdote here. As Murray is being checked by the team trainer, Bob Hong, the individual linesperson on the left is a doctor, Dr. Coppolecchia, who disagreed with the call. So we're waiting for Murray to come back in. If he doesn't within 15 minutes, he will be disqualified. So we're going to go back to Laura. Laura, take it away, please.
All right, well, we thank you all for your patience in this injury timeout. Of course, we hope Samuel Murray is okay. We'll go ahead and run a few more commercials until we come back. And like Gary said, Team Canada and Murray have a total of 15 minutes So we'll get another update for you folks as soon as we can. Don't go anywhere. There's more of the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship. So Samuel Murray back out on the court. He still has 2 minutes left on his injury timeout, but he was looked at by the trainer and it's determined he can come back out on the court. Score is 11-4, Mar leading.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Maybe that side out is just what he needed. See if he can keep scoring. We saw a little bit of a points run from Murray before that timeout. Nice smooth execution from Mar. 11 serving 4.
Laura, if this were a year ago, after this game, he'd be entitled to a 5-minute break, but not any longer. He only gets 2 minutes.
That's right. That's one of the rule changes that went into effect September 2016. There is now 2 minutes between every game. And like you said, that changed from 5. So yeah, that makes a difference, especially in the recovery time. Mar now leading 13-4. Nice get. Soft off speed from Murray for a side out.
See if he can reestablish any rhythm here.
Yeah, it looks like the injury is definitely affecting him. He's not moving as fast as he was before, and he's favoring that knee a little bit. (14-4), game point for Javier Mar. He wants to go to a tiebreaker.
He's probably resolved that he's going to lose this game.
Save some energy.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see what happens when they come back in 2 minutes.
That's right. In 2 minutes, we'll be back with the tiebreaker, which, remember, is the first to 11 win by 1. We'll be back in just a moment with more of the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship men's singles quarterfinals. We're back in the tiebreaker, 0-0. Mar starts off serving. Now Samuel Murray won game 1 15-4. 15-5. Javier Mar answered back in game 2 15-4. And now it's first to 11.
Laura, apart from the fact that Murray seemingly got injured, Mar has come up with this deep Z, and Murray hasn't had an answer for it.
In between the back, around the back from Mar. Great rollout from Murray. Mar scored 2 points, and now Samuel Murray steps into the service box, 0-2.
Very deliberate. Let's see if his body language changes and he forgets his injury. He's asking for a dead ball replay. It's not going to happen. It's appealing. Overruled.
So Samuel Murray now back in
But
the
it's
service
not unavoidable.
box.
He appealed for a dead ball replay.
One serving 2 in game 3. Unfortunate skip for Mar. It looks like he's lost some of his focus. We're starting to see the Mar that we saw in game 1. He's maybe overpowering the ball and fighting himself a little bit.
There's an additional agenda on the table here, Laura. The fact that Mar knows Murray has been injured. so he's not playing his game now. Psychological stuff.
Nice pickup from Murray.
Great cross-court snap winner. Two serving two, game 3, tiebreak, 11 points. Ooh.
Oh, soft touch, but too short for Murray. 3-2, Mar leading.
Back wall.
The interesting thing about watching both Mar and Murray is they're so long, they really can stretch and get to a lot of balls. Murray calling a timeout. He's going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of our tiebreaker in just a few moments. We're back in the breaker. Mar leading 4-2.
Who can get energized here, Laura? We said earlier, similar game styles. Outwardly similar personalities. Lots of lethargism, being lethargic, and moments of energy. Let's see if that ball's called down. He's calling a replay, and Samuel agrees.
Mar leading 5-2. Looks like he has a broken string. He's going to switch out his racket.
So if we were in the U.S., that would be one of the allotted regular timeouts for a player. This is a referee timeout. Player has an opportunity to get a new racket within 30 seconds.
Right, those are the international rules. You can find those at internationalracquetball.com. Oh, Mar going for the soft touch, poor execution. Side out for Murray.
Murray has an opening, serving 2-5 in the tiebreaker, 11 points. Will win the game. Win by 1. Murray's used one of his allotted 2 timeouts in this game.
Great execution from Samuel Murray. He's going to make it 3-5.
Nick Sealing.
Great reach from Murray. Oh, and Mar just knowing the court and where to put that ball.
Right side pass with the forehand. Mar serving 5-3.
Oh man, what a get from Mar. The chances of getting that ball have to be small, Gary.
They are for the normal player. But see, Mar knows what his serve does and knows the response typically by the receiver. So he poached up front right and was there to end the rally. That time, based on your perception earlier, what a great reach. And boom, winner, 7-3. These are great serves, great serves. And that's probably, no guarantees, but if indeed Mar closes this out, that will have been the difference in the match. That Z serve.
Skip for Murray.
He uses his last time out, Laura.
I think it's smart. Mar has gone on quite a points run. It's now 9-3 in the breaker. And as we know, it's only to 11, win by 1. Very, very interesting outcome for our quarterfinals today. And don't forget, there are more matches coming up. After this, we have Carlos Keller from Bolivia against Charlie Pratt from USA. That'll round out our men's singles quarterfinals. And then later this afternoon, we'll have women's doubles, Team Bolivia versus Team USA. And then men's doubles, Costa Rica versus Bolivia. Those should be some really exciting matches. We are in Costa Rica for the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship, and just seen an outpour of support from the Costa Rican fans. They were here for the singles match where Andres Acuna defeated David Bobby Horn from USA, and it was just outstanding. Mar now leading 9-3. Murray using his second timeout, which means he has no more timeouts left in this breaker. Be interesting to see if Mar can close it out. Oh, and he
Okay, an
skips
opening,
it.
Laura. Remember the percentages. Calling a timeout as a receiver.
That's exactly what Murray wanted.
Unscientific. 3 out of 4. They regain the serve. Great hands from Mar. Back to the Z. There it is.
Oh.
Match point number 1 upcoming.
If Mar can close it out, he'll send himself through to the semifinals. That's the medals round. Mar keeps it alive off the back.
And skipped in. Javier Mar will go to the semis tomorrow. He has earned a medal. And Laura, recap this one. 2 players with similar game styles, similar countenances, if you will. You're going to see the similar countenance with Carlos Keller coming up next match. My cohorts will be working that one. And let's hope it was a function not of Murray's injury, but the fact that Mar found a serve that really worked, and he ran with it.
Well, thank you, Gary, for that summary, and we look forward to seeing you further in the broadcast. We'll be back with more of the 30th Pan American Racquetball Championship. I'm Laura McCormick. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back with Carlos Keller and Charlie Pratt.